Today I'm going to talk you through Revel for Exploring Strategy. First of all, what is Revel? Revel is an interactive learning resource that enables students to read, practice and participate in one engaging and continuous experience, improving learning, achievement and progress. Think of it as bringing the content of a textbook to life with interactivity and combining it with assessment and feedback. So that's interactive content plus easy to use assessment and feedback. It replaces the textbook with something more engaging and effective. Students can access Revel on their laptop, their tablets or their mobile phones, providing maximum opportunity for engagement and a flexible approach to learning. So why have we created Revel for Exploring Strategy? The existing textbook Exploring Strategy by Johnson, Whittington, Scholes, Angwin and Regner has pioneered strategy as a discipline, selling over 1 million copies, and it remains the essential textbook in strategic management in higher education and beyond. However, extensive research suggests that one of the main challenges for lecturers is teaching students the application of strategy, and we wanted to help you achieve that. We were also excited about how Revel might be able to encourage students to think like a strategic manager, an ethos present in the book, as well as supporting students to think holistically and critically about the subject matter. Most of all, we wanted to provide your students with a really engaging way into a complex and diverse subject area. Revel can improve student engagement on your strategic management course and encourage your students to become motivated, independent learners who are ready to become the next generation of business managers. This is the Revel home screen as lecturers would see it. The student view is almost identical. You'll see there is an assignment due. Lecturers can set up and assign content in just a few clicks. Lecturers can also customize the assignment by writing a message to their students. The assignment calendar clearly signposts to students where to focus their study time. It also helps them stay organized and submit work on time. Every chapter is broken into measurable learning objectives that clearly indicate to the student what they should be able to do by the end of this section. This enables a read a little, do a little approach, enabling students to practice as they learn and retain more knowledge. Throughout each learning objective, the Revel learning design encourages students to engage, learn, apply, and explore. At the end of each learning objective, students are presented with a small amount of focused multiple choice questions to test their understanding of that particular learning objective. These questions are automatically marked, providing students with instant feedback. You can set these formative assessments for credit, as in-class activities, or for independent study. Here, the chapter opens with a video designed to immediately grab students' attention. Contemporary business cases punctuate Revel Exploring Strategy, like this one about Netflix. There is a question which provides feedback immediately after the video, allowing students to get constant feedback on their application of knowledge. What you see now is the same content that appears in the textbooks, so students don't miss out on anything. However, in Revel, student engagement is encouraged and promoted through breaking up the content and mixing reading with doing, as we've just seen. Revel also promotes focus on the learning by minimizing cognitive load. The design incorporates lots of white space and few visual distractions. The majority of the content in the chapters is designed to deliver learning through text, images, video, and activities. This mix is designed to encourage students to use higher cognitive functions, going beyond just reading and remembering to testing their understanding and applying what they have understood. It also encourages them to analyze theories and ideas and evaluate their own perspectives. Here is an example of a traditional figure that's been broken down to make it more digestible and engaging for students. By interacting with the figure, students are learning by doing. This drag and drop activity asks students to read an example of pastel and then, afterwards, try and articulate what they understand. This type of activity progresses the student from remembering to understanding what they read. Some topics, like political risk analysis, simply require students to read about them. Large chunks of content have been broken down, as you can see here, to try and make them more digestible. Towards the end of this learning objective, students are encouraged to apply their knowledge by carrying out their own pestle analysis. This type of exercise encourages students to think critically. Finally, at the end of the section, students are tested on their understanding of the learning objective. These scores are recorded in the lecturer gradebook so you can track progress. Before we take a look at the gradebook, let me show you a few more features. This Thinking Differently boxed feature in the book has been transformed into a shared writing activity, designed to promote debate with peers and critical thinking. This can be assigned as a group project promoting peer-to-peer learning. After some context, students answer a question. This one is based on the recent EU referendum. They can listen to the audio so they don't have to flick between screens. Once they've answered, they will be able to read their classmates' answers and comment on them too. You can facilitate an online debate and prompt students to see strategy from different viewpoints. The chapter ends with a more detailed case study. Here students get an in-depth look at a topical company or situation, this one being on Alibaba. There's a video for increased context and engagement, and these longer case studies are great for seminar activities or group work. Here students answer questions where they apply knowledge of concepts to a scenario. These answers report back to the gradebook where lecturers can read and use them for assessment. A nice feature that I've not shown you yet is the highlighter. Lecturers can highlight text and add notes for students to see. This allows you to personalise the assignments for your students. It also allows students to create private notes in Revel as they would do with their textbook or an ebook. These notes and highlights are captured in the Notes and Highlights tab on the home screen. This tab section is also where students can access the full Revel content and the glossary. Lecturers get access to a plethora of data on an assignment and student level. This actionable learner data for every student means improved retention, performance, and adaptive teaching. Data can be exported to Excel so that you can show improved student engagement and results. You can also spot trends of lack of engagement or lack of understanding and respond to these before they become student retention issues or before they affect summative assessment results. That's the end of this tour of Revel for Exploring Strategy. Get in touch with us to arrange a pilot or learn more about Revel at www.pearson.com/Revel.